ahead and just throw your remote control away. You don't need it. Just leave it on NBCSN all afternoon. Coming up at noon, Dale Earnhardt Jr. is here at the track, and he will be speaking. We will have that press conference for you live on NBCSN at noon. Plenty of practice action, and then DJ Kyle and I will be back with you at 6 p.m. Eastern for NASCAR America. Here in the Xfinity Series, final practice, and turn 1 has had all of the action, Kyle.
Yeah, all the action. We see Kyle Larson here. Look how late this thing is. Dale talks about trail braking a little bit a minute ago. As he gets on the brakes, the thing kind of smokes it. We see 74 car. He spins in down in the corner, loops it around, and while we're watching him, in the background, we see Kenny Habul come through. And flat spotter right front, has a flat a little bit later. And here's Jeremy Clements. Gets up on the paint. The paint does not have as much grip as the asphalt does. Brendan Poole right there on the paint. That's a slick area. Until they put down more and more rubber, it'll get better. Turn 1 is hard to judge and carry your speed off into it to make sure you're in the right place.
That's Ty Dillon in the number 3. He has had some success here at this track, and a few moments ago, he was talking with his team.
Hey, are you guys videotaping this practice session? 10-4. You can see, you know, on TV they show really good how they hit the bumps. Yeah, I'm watching 18 right now. Yeah, if you guys are capturing on video, you can see it later, you know.
Aim to please.
That's good. They're watching. And obviously they think that our guys are doing a really good job of catching all this up in the air over these curbs. These curbs, when we first came here, I can't even tell you what the curbs were like. They were like curbing on a city street. I mean, they weren't these curbs that just kind of gradually get steeper. It was a hard curve. You had to stay on the racetrack. We didn't use the curbs when we first come up here. But if you give these guys a little bit extra room, they're going to take it. They're going to take it up off the carousel. They're going to take it going into turn 1. We see them at Sonoma when we race out there take it. Any place that's paved, you're going to find a place to make it work for you if you think it's faster.
You know, last year here at Watkins Glen, I don't know if Ty Dillon was that jovial.
Yeah, it was.
No. Remember what happened with Regan Smith? Ty Dillon.
At this point, he's very jovial.
Oh, he's fine here.
Yes.
Let's see what happens. Again, this is a flashback to last year. It's Regan Smith in the 7th.
And you know what? Restarts, you're getting everything you can. He got down in the corner, made it 3 wide, just ran out of room. Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of teased you.
This is called a confrontation.
Is that what you call it?
I would call it.
I call it a scrum.
Yeah. Okay, a scrum's good.
Yeah, this is when the conversation escalates.
Yeah.
All it takes is one word in there, you know. If they would have just walked away at one point, everything would have been fine.
So it's one word.
One word. It's just one word too far, you know.
You can't walk away. You can't.
Hey, Ty's still talking on the radio.
Turnaround's not very good. Braking real early. Make sure you got your brake fans on. At least got to go to the 400 here. I got to let me drive this thing. 10-4. Done today. Yeah, 10-4. Let it be, I guess.
Amen. Finally a driver that says, let me drive the thing. We have heard these guys say, you know, they're doing this, they're doing that. If you're not a driver and have never experienced this, don't tell your driver how to drive. You can give a driver suggestions and say, hey, they've moved to the high side. They seem to be running lower. You might want to try that. But don't say, drive it all the way to 4. Drive it all the way to 3. You know how far you can drive. You know how far that car is capable of. You know where your tires are. You know more in that car than anybody does watching you. You know, and we all go through it. You want to help and you want to give information, but give information that the driver can use. Don't tell the driver what to do any more than the driver should tell the crew chief, hey, we needed to pit 6 laps ago, or we need to pit 5 laps. The driver doesn't know. The crew chief knows. And the engineers know certain things, but let the driver do what he's doing.
My favorite part was watching you two. When Ty said that and said,
yes,
let me drive, my 2 drivers up here said, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm a Ty Dillon fan.
Kyle Larson, now quickest.